Hello everyone and welcome to the Celtic Coach. Of course now, I'm not the Celtic Coach. I'm standing in for the Celtic Coach today. My name is Sheamus McStiff. Hello to everyone. I bow to all your greatness. And of course to Tony Robbins, who is my mentor and my model. He's the man of the town. Tony Robbins Self-Development. Gotta love that guy. Alright, quick story for you today. I'm talking about... Dermot asked me to talk about self-development. So I've developed myself for, quite a while anyway. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about a story. Dermot asked me to share a story. So I'll share a story with you. There was two frogs. And one was named Sheamus, like myself. And one was Paddy. And these two lads were good friends. They hung out a lot together. But now Paddy liked to have the old pint of Guinness. Do you know what I mean? And Sheamus was different. Sheamus was big into self-development. Sheamus was always taking workshops and he was always talking about taking care of himself and working out at the gym and eating healthy and drinking water in the morning. And he was always doing things to take care of himself and to grow and to expand his mind. Paddy, on the other hand, Paddy liked the old drink. He liked the old pint of Guinness, you know what I mean? And who doesn't? Who doesn't? But now I have to say that Paddy was fond of the old beer. He was fond of the old Guinness. And one night the two lads were walking home. And now I have to tell you, Sheamus had kids. He had two kids. And he also had a wife, Mrs. Froggy. And he also had a cat. That was the family pet. Now Sheamus had a vision for his life. He knew where he was going. He had a mission statement. He had a purpose. He had principles. He had values that he lived by. But Paddy, on the other hand, didn't have any of that. And one night they were just coming out of the pub and Paddy had way too many beers. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just say he was 5 bricks short of a load. Let's just say the old light was on but there was nobody home. He was drunkard. But Sheamus, being a man of value, being a man of discipline. Did I say man? I meant to say frog. Frog. He was a frog of discipline. He only had one beer and then he was heading off home. But Paddy went with him anyway. They started hopping off home, the two frogs. And wouldn't you believe it? Somebody put a big pail of milk in the road. And the two frogs jumped right into it. Right into it. And couldn't get out of it. Big old pot. Well, Sheamus and Paddy were struggling and swimming and struggling and trying to get out of it, and they were doing all sorts of things, but they couldn't get up. This went on for 2 hours straight. And now the two frogs were getting tired. And would you believe it, 3 hours passed, and they were churning and churning and churning the milk trying to get out. Couldn't get out. And by this time now, Paddy, after having too many beers, was, let's give up, Sheamus. It's no use. We're not going to do anything here. We might as well just give up the ghost. Not Sheamus. Sheamus said, no way, Paddy. I'm not giving up nothing. I'm going to fight like a warrior frog till the last of my dying breath. Because I want to get home to see my kids. I have a life. I have things that I want to do in this world. Places I want to go. People I want to see. Things I want to experience. I want to become a frog. A full frog in this world. Not just half a frog, like some of those other frogs. I want to become a full frog. And with that, Sheamus kept paddling and churning and paddling and churning. And Paddy gave up. And gurgle, 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 he went down. Down in there. Into into the, what do you call it, the bucket, and died. Goodbye, Paddy. But Sheamus, a man of value, a man of principle, a man of action, kept going for 6 hours. And then, as he was paddling, he could paddle no more. He kept thinking about all the things he wanted to do with his life. He experienced the frog he wanted to become. He wanted to be the frog. His father frog was never the frog. And he kept going, and you put to Mackers. With his last breath, he just kept churning that milk, and wouldn't you know it, what happened? He churned the milk so much that his foot got on something, a lump. And it was a lump. Sorry about that. Had to press the button over there. It was a lump where he put his foot on. And wouldn't you know it, it was a lump of butter. He had churned it so much that it became a lump of butter. Ho-ho! Paddy! And with that, Sheamus jumped out. Did I say Paddy? I meant Sheamus. Jumped out! And toppled off home. Now, when he got home, his family went, oh my God, Sheamus, where were you? We called out the frog police, we couldn't find you. Oh sure, now I was stuck in a bucket with Paddy, and Paddy didn't make it home. Oh Jesus, Sheamus, are you serious? I am now, I am, Matilda, I am. I kept struggling until my foot churned that milk so much that it churned it into butter, and I put my foot on a big lump of butter and jumped out of the bucket. Oh, Paddy, what kept you going all that time, 3 hours in the bucket? Well, now, I'll tell you. I kept thinking about my vision to start a self-development for frogs and all the young frogs I was going to help. And I kept thinking about my family and my values and my principles. And I kept thinking about all the people that love me and that I love them and that I serve and support every day. And I couldn't let them down. I kept going. I used that energy and I kept going. And I got out. Jesus, Sheamus, oh, that's great, Sheamus. Oh, we're so happy to have you at home. And so now, all you girls and boys out there listening, make sure to sit down and write out some goals. Write out some of the things that are important to you. What do you value? Ask yourself, why is it important for me to have a good life or a great life? Why is it important for me to find some principles that I can live by? Why is it important for me to give instead of always taking? How can I give more to life? With so many out there taking, how can I be a giver? How can I make someone's life a little better? How can I be a little bit better myself? So they're the questions. Try on some of those questions. And remember, don't be a Paddy, be a Sheamus. Alright, I'm Sheamus McStiff, sitting in for the Celtic coach. All the best to you now, and sure, I'll talk to you next week. All the best. Cheers now. Goodbye. Bye. Or if you want to hear more on the Celtic coach, just put in there the Celtic coach, and there's lots of videos in there. Until we meet again, I'm Sheamus McStiff, standing in for the Celtic coach. Cheers now. Think big, have fun, and stay curious out there. Good luck.